I have gotten a new fan. My old fan was taken away from me, but that was not before the fan was cleaned. We encountered an issue with cleaning it, however, which was we couldn't quite figure out how to take the grill off of the fan. And when I say grill, I mean the part where the air flows through, with the part with a bunch of holes in it, part that protects your hand from being hurt or from something flying in there and also getting hurt. But I said, oh, we should look for a screw. And I looked around and I felt and I saw, oh, there's a single screw holding the grill in. And we couldn't find a screwdriver. And she said, oh, there's a drawer right there under the toaster oven. There might be one in there. And I looked and everything was in there. You know, probably some item that you lost long ago was also in this drawer. But I also found, of course, the screwdriver. And we opened it up and cleaned it. Well, I didn't clean it, she cleaned it, but I watched her. And since I don't have a fan, I didn't have a fan anymore. I looked around and I got a fan that I used to use that's pretty nice. It's vintage. It has a pastel color. It's got some nice green, light green pastel color. And surprisingly, this one, even though it's way quieter, and I assume that's because it has way less power in it, it actually works better than the other fan did, though I'm assuming that's because the other fan was clogged. The other fan was full of dust, really enough to make you sneeze quite a bit. So I'm guessing that affected the power and the efficiency of that fan for sure. I'm going to miss it. I had gotten quite accustomed to that fan, and this fan here is not exactly the same. Hey, but at least it rotates. Sometimes you get those big box fans, and obviously they don't rotate. You know what I'm talking about when you go to Walmart or Target. To be fair, I've never gotten one of those from Target, I don't believe, but at Walmart during the summer, and other times, you'll find these big, old, cheap plastic box fans, and don't they just work well? But nothing beats a metal fan that'll last for a long time. Because somehow all those fans that I've had, they just all seem to disappear. Something goes wrong with them, one way or another. I remember I had a double-sided fan, so it was kind of like two smaller fans put together. And you had all these options. Oh, tweak it based on the temperature and stuff, but I never used that because I just want the fan always on. Okay. And one side eventually just stopped working for whatever reason. It decided it is not going to work. And perhaps if it had been more expensive and metal, maybe it would have been better. Sometimes it is worth it to spend more money on something that is more durable and less susceptible to break easily because it's made out of a sturdier material than plastic, to say the least. And I think that applies to like shoes as well. Because I had lots of pairs of shoes that are just broken, started to fall apart. Where some of the more expensive shoes I've had have lasted a lot longer. But you do get to a point where there are diminishing returns for sure. So it's also something to remember.